Good morning, people. It's your boy, Mr. Noland. Alright, guys, we're going to go ahead and make a video going over homework 9.1a, writing and solving inequalities. Number 1 says, Kathy swam 3 laps in the pool this week. She must swim 12 more laps each month. How many more laps must Kathy swim to meet her goal? Well, guys, writing inequalities is the same thing as writing equations like last week. The only difference is instead of having an equal sign, we will now have an inequality sign. Remember, there are 4 inequality signs that you have. You have less than, you have greater than, then you have less than or equal to, and then greater than or equal to. Alright, so let's see if we can do this first one. Again, Kathy swam 3 laps in the pool this week. She must swim more than. You'll see this word more than. More than is the greater than sign. 12. So guess what? Here's part of my inequality right there. It's the back end of it. How many more? The word more tells you what math operation? Well, it tells you that you have to add. How many more laps? So we're solving for the number of laps, aren't we? So first I need to define a variable. I'm going to use L, and it's going to represent my laps. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take the number of laps that we have, so L, the number of laps, plus we have to add 3 to it, and at the end we should have more than 12. Well, guess what, guys? There's your inequality. Oh, let's go ahead and solve it now. This is a one-step inequality. What's the one step to get rid of that plus 3? What's the opposite operation of adding 3? Well, subtract 3. The 3 minus 3 zeroes out. It's gone. The L I never touched. Bring it down. So you're going to have to swim more than 9 laps. Man, look at that. We're done. Jason is saving up to buy a digital camera that costs $490. So far, he has saved $175. How much more does Jason have to save to have at least $490? Okay, so there's a couple key words. Keyword more tells us what math operation. Tells us to add. At least. Go back and look at your vocabulary from yesterday. If you look at your vocabulary from yesterday, at least means they want to have exactly 490 or more. So that's greater than or equal to. So we're talking about money here. So my variable, I'm going to use M for money. So let's write my inequality. M, the amount of money he needs to save, plus the 175 that he saved so far, has to be greater than or equal to 490. Ooh, you wrote your inequality again. Let's solve it. Again, what's the one step to get M by itself? Opposite operation. So the opposite of adding is subtracting. Zeroes out. Leaves you with your M, and bring your M down. Bring down your math symbol, your inequality. And let's see if we could subtract here. I got 315. So he has to save at least another $315 if he wants to meet his goal. Woo! Look at this. We're on a roll here. Number 3. Adrian works in New York City and makes $42 per hour. The word per means to multiply. If he wants to make more than $260 a day, how many more hours? So we're solving for hours. So my variable here is H for hours. Okay. Well, remember the word per means to multiply. How much money does he make per hour? Well, he makes $42 per hour. We're going to have to multiply that by the number of hours he works, and that will be greater than $260. Oh, inequality, let's solve it. What's the one step now? What's the opposite operation of multiplying? Oh, let's divide. So let's see, 42 into 260. Well, 42, 84, 84, and 84 is 168. So that's 4. Oh, wait, we're going to 260. My bad. 42, 84. 84 times 2 is 168. That's 210. 252. So I got 6. $48 or 42 can go in here one time. Let's see, I think I got about 8.1 if I'm correct. If we round, let's see if we need a round here. Oh, I don't know why I said 8. I meant 6.1. So I'm going to round this because it's going to be a nasty number that's going to keep going on forever. So I'm just going to say about 6.1 hours. Okay. I would accept 6.1. Again, that's a nasty looking decimal. Alright, backside. You need to buy some pencils. You can spend no more than. That means you can spend exactly $5 or less. So it's less than or equal to $5. The pencil costs 25 cents each. So here we're talking about pencils. You need to buy some pencils. So I'm going to use P for pencils. The word each tells us to multiply. So it's 25 cents times the number of pencils. And it's going to be less than or equal to the $5 you can spend. Well, again, the opposite of multiplying would be to divide. So, guys, how many quarters does it take to give you $5? Well, think of it like this, guys. 4 quarters is $1, right? So 4 quarters times 5 is 20 quarters. So he can buy up to 20 pencils. Yay. Good job, Mr. Nolan. Oh, thanks, guys. All right, 2 more. Mark's Canoes rents canoes for $35 per hour. You do not want to spend more than $150. So here's this. This is a little bit tricky because some of you are going to circle more than and put the greater than sign. It says you do not want to spend more than $150. So that means they can spend exactly $150 or less. For how many hours Can you afford to rent the canoe? So again, H is for hours. The word per, once again, means to multiply. So how much is it to rent per hour? Well, it's $35 times the number of hours. And you want to spend less than or equal to $150. Well, let's solve the inequality. Opposite operation. $35, 70, 70 times 2 is 140. $35 can't go into 10, but 35 can go into 100. 2 times. 35, 70, 140, 210, 280, 8 times. Okay, guys, I'm just going to round this because this decimal is also going to go on for a little while. So I'm going to round this 8. Is going to round this up to a 3. So it's approximately, actually, you know what? I can't round. I just realized why. It's an inequality. If you round this answer, you're not going to have enough money. So I'm just going to stop right here at 4.28 hours. So this is going to be a great teaching moment about why we cannot round with some inequalities. Alright, last one. Your brother has saved $2,000 for a vacation. His airplane ticket is $637. Write and solve an inequality to find out how much he can spend on the rest of his trip. Well, guys, this one's really not an inequality. Because this keyword right here. Well, not really. That keyword is only going to go with the ticket. Okay? His brother saved how much money in total? His brother has saved exactly $200. How much was the plane ticket? Well, that's $637. Okay? So write and solve the inequality, find out how much he can spend. So the money, I'm going to use M for money. The amount of money he can spend plus the $637 is equal to $2,000. Okay. If you are going to write an inequality, even though on this one I really wouldn't, if you were going to, you have exactly $2,000. That means you can spend the entire $2,000, or you can spend less than the $2,000. This was a little bit of a tricky problem. I would accept either answer for this example. I would accept it. Alright? One step inequality. Subtract 637 from both sides. So I got M is less than or equal to 1,363, or M is equal to 1,363. I would accept either one of those answers because that's a tough problem there. Alright? Alright, guys, I hope this video helps. You guys have a great day. Bye.